We are the real Hebrew Israelites, and we come out every week to prophesy the downfall of this kingdom, which is called Babylon in the Bible, and to tell you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that you are the Lord's chosen people spoken of in the Bible. We want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone Camp for teaching us this truth of the Bible. Peace and mercy to the brothers around the world who are pushing this truth.
So what's going on right now on the planet Earth is we got the coronavirus going on, and that's going on in China. And a lot of people are dying and getting sick, and they're traveling over here and getting people sick. There was a case of a woman from Illinois getting someone contracting it from a person and then giving it to another person. So that's person to person now. It was because it started because they ate a bat, and then they got sick, and now it's spreading. So that's called from animal to human. That's called a vector transmission by a vector, by an animal that transmits disease from one animal to a person or another animal. Because the word animal just means to be animated.
Yeah, and they even got a video that they're literally dropping dead. You know, just you see a guy just falling straight down to the floor. You know, from that virus.
I seen it, and he was on the floor in China. And people were just walking by him because he's sick. Like this. Like this.
Yeah, he just, damn.
See, so today's a very good day because we got my son with me. So we're going to baptize him today. Can you look up Jeremiah in your Blue Letter Bible? So we're going to give him the name Jeremiah. So first we're going to talk about why these people in China are getting sick is because they're heathens. They're eating abominable foods and they're getting punished for it. Everybody that does abominable deeds and works has to get punished. And they have to get punished.
So this is the definition for Jeremiah. It's Strong's H3414. And it says, whom Yahweh appointed. And it says, the major prophet, son of Hekiah of the priestly family in Anathoth.
Yes, so let me see how that's spelled. Yaram, yeah. So that's your name, Yaramya. So keep going on that definition. So we got the brother Yaramya, Amawan, and Hawab, and we're Camp Cosmos. And the word Cosmos means basically like Gentiles. It's basically for the Gentiles, because they'll say, they'll use that. So he loves the world. Yeah, he does.
Cosmos just means like a group, because when you think of cosmos, you think of like the stars and the moon and the sun. You know, they're a group together.
We're gonna get a verse after that when we're done with that in Jeremiah 28.
Right. So more of the definition. Author of the prophetic book bearing his name. A warrior of David, a priest who joined Nehemiah in the covenant ceremony, a priest also in the time of Nehemiah.
So that's enough on that, and let's get Jeremiah 28 and 8, because every boy has to grow up and become a man, and there has to be a period when that boy becomes a man.
And it just said a man appointed, you know, and today he's appointed.
Yeah, today's a good day. So that's awesome. So what does it mean to be an Israelite? What does it mean to be a heathen? Well, first we have to study about exactly what it means to be an Israelite. Because once you know what an Israelite is, you know what everybody else is. So just go ahead.
28 and 8.
Yeah, 28.
This is Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me have before thee of old prophesied both against many countries
Many countries.
and against great kingdoms of war
Yep.
and of evil and pestilence.
This is a great kingdom of war. America is a great kingdom of war. They're the war machine. Oh, and another thing, England just got out of the EU, and now they're calling it the Brexit. Now it's official. Now they're out of the EU. So that's an economic disaster right there. 'Cause they don't want nothing to do with that. So this is a great nation because this is great Babylon. Point the camera to the building, son. But you can see, point it back to us. It is a Roman-esque style.
A lot of buildings are built like that, and you see that kind of style the same way the Romans were doing it. You know.
Exactly. So, and then the thing about that is that they're trying to bring back the Roman Empire. So the Roman Empire is very important in our ministry because it lets us know that was the kingdom when Yahushua was around, walking the earth and prophesying and teaching the nation of Israel. So now we're going to go to Genesis 25 and 21. Now there's a lot of benefits to being a Israelite, but you have to follow these orders and laws. And you know that we practice, we eat the Passover, we drink wine during the Passover, and the Passover is coming up next month. So this is the big, it's like almost the first. This is actually the Sabbath night, Friday to Saturday. So we're in the first week of the last month of the year. So 3 more cycles, and we're in the new moon. 7 days after that, we're celebrating the Passover. No, 14 days after that, we're celebrating the Passover. 7 days after that, we're celebrating the Feast of the Unleavened Bread. So next month is a party month, and guess what? It's going to be a prophetic month too. This is a prophetic month.
Already, Kobe Bryant died.
Yeah,
right?
But Kobe Bryant's death was predicted once again because they had a cartoon about him in a fucking helicopter crashing, and just like the Simpsons had a cartoon of the fucking 9/11 Twin Towers, and then all kinds of bullshit, man, just all kinds.
And he was with the Freemasons. He was dealing with because a lot of NBA stars are with the Freemasons, like Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, a lot of them. And see, these buildings are all secret society type buildings. But Yahweh Shai gives us the strength and the courage, and more importantly, the balls to come out here.
That building right there is a secret society building.
Yeah, it's the Freemason building over there. See, we're in the danger zone, and we're in the hot zone, and there's Edomites all around. And I was thinking to myself, should I bring him out here? Should I bring him? And I was like, hell yeah, because he's a man now, and the Passover's coming. And when the Passover comes, people start falling out. So if this is a perfect time for him to come in. Perfect time. So now we're going to learn about when this thing all started. Go ahead.
This is Genesis 25 and 21. And Isaac entreated Yahweh Shai for his wife because she was barren.
So he was our forefather Isaac. Now here's something that you should pay attention to. Isaac is Yahushua. Okay, and the reincarnation. That's another thing we're going to learn about is reincarnation. So Isaac is entreating Yahweh for his wife Rebecca. And we know that he's talking to the Father because he's Yahushua in the incarnation as Isaac right there. So he's talking to Yahweh. Right?
And Yahweh Shem Yahushai was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived.
Look at that word, entreated. So whenever a man of the Lord prays for something, and he's honest and hardworking and deserving, he's gonna get it.
So that definition, to pray, entreat, supplicate, to make supplication or plead.
To plead. So we're gonna find out in the coming lesson who is able to entreat to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Because look at all around. There's homeless people all around. There's people eating ice cream over there. There's people going to the banks over there. There's a fucking big church over here. There's all kinds of fucking things to do, but nobody's out here listening to the word. But things are going to change, because we're going to tell you what's going to happen, and it's going to happen, and then you're going to be like, oh shit. And by the time you realize that you should be out here, it's going to be martial law, and we're not going to be able to be out here. So this is a good joyous occasion, because now everybody's going to see that these things are happening. Remember, the coronavirus is going on, is killing a lot of people. It's making its way to Babylon. The war in Iran, the war in the Middle East, Brexit, England got out of the EU, and other stuff that we don't know what that's going on. And then the mark of the beast is still going to have to be implemented, plus World War III. That's the last things that need to happen. So go ahead.
And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
So what's going on right here? There's two. Rebecca is having twins. This shows you. This is actually called in my other Bible, the birth of two nations. This is the birth of two nations. So in one woman, there's a good seed and the bad seed. Now we're gonna find out what's going on. We're gonna find out. We're gonna put things together. Right?
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and Yahweh Shem Yahushai said unto her, two nations are in thy womb.
Two nations are in thy womb. So two nations are in one woman's womb. Right now we got a struggle. Right now it's an internal struggle. These two infants are sharing a womb. They can't get along with each other. They don't know why. One of them must be aggravating the other, so they're constantly going back and forth. Now the woman's pregnant. She's feeling all this shit in her stomach. She's got a close connection to that. So she knows something's brewing. Okay?
Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Don't forget to get that in your Bible right now. Genesis 25 and 20. And read that one again. 22? No, 23. 25 and 23.
And Yahweh Shem Yahushai said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Two manner of people. Now, let's go to Revelation 13 and start. You can get 16. Start at 16. Because now we're gonna have to understand something incredible is going on. Start of something incredible is going on. I don't want to spoil it. I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it. But we got the good seed and the bad seed in there. We got the evil and the good. We got the protagonist and the antagonist. We got the hero and the villain, all in one womb. They're all in our foremothers' womb. Revelation 13 and 16. Go ahead, get it.
Revelation 13 and 16, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Who's he? Who's he?
The evil one.
The evil one. Let's go back to Genesis 25 and 23 and read the 24. Read the 23 again. Because that one's full of the whole story. That one verse is full of the whole story. But we can still break down the story even more to get more understanding. Now let me tell you something about understanding. When you understand things about the Bible, you understand things about the planet, about the earth, about the world, about the cosmos, about the universe, about yourself, and you understand who Yahushua Mashiach is. Now, I have to make this perfectly clear. For the first time on the planet, there's going to appear the white man. He's going to make an appearance on the earth right now. Go ahead, read that one again.
Genesis 25 and 23, and Yahweh Bashim Yahushai said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
2 nations. There's, because Israel, you're going to find out, came from Rebecca as Jacob. And then the name got changed. And Esau was there too. But we're going to keep reading. We're going to find out. We need to find out.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
One people shall be stronger than the other people. Now there's a long way to explain that. And there's a short way to explain that. We could say we're better athletes and they're worse athletes. But there's some good athletes from Esau's nation too. We're going to say the stronger one is the one that was chosen by Yahweh, and the weaker one was the one that wasn't. Because Jacob, I don't know, he was like 12 years old when he pushed that boulder off of that well. Because we're not the same. We're not the same. Keep going.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
So one of them's going to serve the other one, because that's our culture.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
So there has to be one for the other, right? So this is going to get interesting right now. Keep going.
And the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
Dang. So here, take this little. That's for you. Do that one again.
And the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
They called his name Esau. So remember, what did I say? That for the first time on the face of the earth, there's going to be the appearance of the so-called white. He's not white. He's red. We're gonna find out that he's red.
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
And his hand took hold on Esau's heel. So that's important to remember, because they were struggling in there, and they kept fighting. So now one of them's being born, and the firstborn gets the blessing of the inheritance. So at this time, Jacob was born and grabbed his heel. He said, "I'm gonna take that blessing." He said, "I'm gonna take that power." Because there's a move in wrestling when you're down and you're getting taken down, you can counter it by grabbing their heel and pulling up their leg. So you would go over that and just put it in. I've done it a lot of times. That's one of my favorite movies. It's been a long time. So the power struggle continues, and at this time, one grabs the ankle of the other one. Now, can you get the definition for Esau? While he's getting that, this is the Apocrypha. For those of you that don't know, this is the Apocrypha. This is the book that you won't find in some Bibles. You won't find it in this one, and you won't find it in that one. You have to get the Apocrypha. Like I have the 1611, and it comes with it. So this is the second book of Ezra, chapter 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. Did you hear that? So Esau is the end of it. We're almost at the end of it. That representation right there of Jacob grabbing his heel, he's gonna end it. And when his power ends, he's gonna come into power. He's gonna grab that power. Go ahead.
So what? The definition for Esau, it says Harry, an eldest son of Isaac and Rebekah, and twin brother of Jacob, sold the birthright for food when he was hungry, and the divine blessing went to Jacob.
You see, so that definition is perfect right there. Let's go back to Genesis and actually let's go to Hebrews 12 and 17. Because that's a perfect explanation. See, the basics are beautiful. The basics are beautiful. And when you first start off with the basics, they're overwhelming and it seems like a lot. But then you get mature and then you start going, and then you go back to the basics and you add a little bit more onto it. It's like building with Legos. Every time you learn a new scripture, you use that scripture to build upon the other one. Because it also says in the Bible, precept upon precept.
This is Hebrews 12 and 17. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected.
So Esau was rejected because of his character, the way he was. Go ahead.
For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
With tears, he cried for it. But he didn't get it. Now let's go to, is that the end of it? So let's go back to Genesis, we were at 25. So now, this is the point in time where our Heavenly Father says, I am going to choose from these two nations the apple of my eye. I'm going to choose the people that I'm going to be with. And right now, it's not that eventful in our history. This is a special event because we're going to be given preference to all the other nations.
And after that came out his brother, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
Now let's look up the definition for Jacob. 80 years? 60 years? See, the Lord does things the way He wants to do them. Before, when Isaac was born, Sarah was like 90. So every name has a special meaning. Esau means hairy and red and wasted away.
Because actually the name Edom means red.
Yep.
Because Esau, his children are the Edomites.
The red children. Oh, and there's the red children right here, all over the place. There was a red child walking around. I don't know where she's going. She's homeless. She's just circling around us. You know, I can't do nothing for her.
Yeah, they call them red because you can see the blood through their skin. You know?
Mm-hmm. And you go to school with them and you see them all the time. Some of them are your teachers. But the thing is right now,
They don't get suntans, they get sunburns.
and we get suntan, we get darker. So here's the thing about them. If they get sunburned, that means they're getting scorched because there's something missing. Something's missing.
Their skin is not protected.
Their skin is not protected because they don't have something called melanin, or the equation of it is carbon. They don't have carbon in. And the funny thing is, this planet is carbon-based life form. So he's missing the one essential thing that makes life, carbon.
Because each nationality has a different quality of skin. Right?
Each one is different and unique.
From starting with the white man having the lowest quality of skin, all the way to the black man having the best quality.
That's what they call them, the base of men.
Oh, this is the definition for Jacob. He's the heel holder and the supplanter.
Oh, shit. And he's a planner.
And the son of Isaac, grandson of Abraham, and the father of the 12 patriarchs of the tribes of Israel.
Read that last part again.
Son of Isaac, grandson of Abraham, and the father of the 12 patriarchs of the tribes of Israel.
12 tribes of Israel. So now we're getting into it. Now we're getting into it. Let's go back to Genesis and keep reading.
And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents.
Dwelling in tents. So we basically are simple. We like to stay at home. But that doesn't mean we're base. We don't have to do any extra shit. Keep going.
And Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents, and Isaac loved Esau.
And Isaac loved Esau because he was a good hunter. Keep going. That's what he's going to tell him.
Because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob.
Rebekah loved Jacob. Now that's going to take effect right now.
But the only reason why Isaac loved Esau was just because of the food. You know,
Yeah, that's what it said, huh?
Yeah.
So there was no really,
It wasn't a spiritual connection,
and that and that shows you how powerful Yahweh is. He put the blinders on his own son Yahushai when he was Isaac to love Esau. Man, so you can be healed or you can be hurt. I remember one time I was jumping on the trampoline and I fucked my knee up. It popped out of place right here. The bone was sticking out. And I got so scared and I went down and I started praying, Yahushai. And right then it went back in and the pain went away. I got off that trampoline and I was limping for a few months. But that's a miracle. Anybody out here on the planet Earth that doesn't know the name Yahushai and gets hurt like that, they're staying hurt like that. That's fucking shit that you go to the hospital for. That shit was, I felt it, man. That shit, that's what panicked me. I was like, oh, damn. But then the first thing that came to my mind is Yahushai, help me. So keep going.
And Jacob sawed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint.
So this is the crucial point right now. All right? This is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for For that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So now we're revealing to everybody who the son of perdition is. It's Esau. And who's his children? The Edomites. And who are those people today? The white folks. And how do you keep track of that record? Who has been conquering by war, taking people's land, killing, genocides and all that shit, inventing guns and weapons of mass destruction? Who has been doing that? There's your answer right there. Look.
And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage.
The same red pottage. And that's funny because that red pottage is what he sold his birthright for. He thought it was worth that much. Like what, one meal that's not even going to take care of him for a day. See, you see how dumb these people are? They gave away the blessing of eternity. They gave away the kingdom basically for pottage, for some lentil soup.
And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage. And that goes to show you too that the Caucasians, they like their meat red, you know. You know, the meat, it has to be fully cooked because we can't eat any blood. And when the meat, it has, when it's red like that, it still has blood on it, you know, because the blood is soaked into the skin.
Yep.
That's why it's pink, like they like to eat it all pink.
That's nasty.
It says, for I am faint, therefore was his name called Edom.
Ooh, now read that. This is gonna be good. Yeah, definition. You see, you knew what I was talking about. That's called the Spirit. So let me get this while you're getting that. This is Revelation 11. And there was given me a reed like unto a rod, and the angel stood, saying, rise and measure the temple of Yahweh, and the altar, and them that worship therein. Now, what's a reed for? I'm asking you. What's a reed for? What did it say? A reed was used to, it's Revelation 11 and 1. And the question is, what is the reed used for in this verse? So I'm going to give you a clue. It's a form of measurement. You can measure things with a reed. And see, that just goes to show you that we're out here in the middle